And let us... The Hound of the Baskervilles. And then, oh, then it loops back around, does it? It does. Dude, I've actually read The Hound of the Baskervilles. Yeah, let's start it. Fuck it, let's start it. Fuck it, we ball, we starting it. We starting it. Yeah, fuck it, we starting it. Give me 1 second, but we starting it. But we starting it. But we starting it. Okay. Let us begin. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I almost put the chat into sub-only chat.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical Hound of the Baskervilles."
Okay, if anyone cares about spoilers for the original Hound of the Baskervilles story, plug your ears for like 10 seconds. I believe it glows in flames because it was covered in like phosphorus or some shit. It was some BS like that. Anyway, I vaguely remember it. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country, and in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. As I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. Yeah, but I've been in court twice in pretty freaking heavy cases. That is also kind of the paradox of Ace Attorney, where it's like every case you are in is like history defining, nation shaking, paradigm shifting. But then you're like, I never have cases. I'm a little meow meow. Nothing. No one knows who I am. I'm just a little fucking guy. I'm just a little guy. No one knows who I am, dude. You literally were fucking saving the country like 2 weeks ago. Now you can't get a case about like some ambulance chasing even. Holy shit, man. Until I was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. April? Wasn't it like January last we checked? Jesus, yeah, you did have a bit of a dry spell, didn't you? Oh, we have the Daruma doll that he said he brought with him is over there. And it's all looking a little more lived in. That's so sweet. There's a little tea with a proper like traditional kettle going on over here. What looks like tea service implements. I'm gonna go ahead and hazard a guess, but I don't really know that much about that. I'm guessing this is my table and this is hers. The way that it looks so neat over here and it's such a crazy mess over there. It's so cute how it is kind of lived in now. And this is, I'm assuming, her bedroom. Because it's got also the little flower over there. The same it's got over here. And it's got the cute little pattern. Where is my bedroom? Where do I sleep? I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Was the telegram directed to her? Yes. Time to leave for court already? Are we going to court? Let me see. What case is it today? Do we have a case? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? No, of course not. How silly of me. I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. Shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suit? Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. Once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. We don't have a court case. What is going on with her? I'm a lawyer, by the way. What if I made 10 Do it! Oh my god, fucking do it. Are you putting chocolate chips in them, or are you just making them plain? You cherish his armband, son. Wear it each time you appear in court. Probably just plain. Honestly, plain pancakes can slap in their own right. It's like unseasoned fries can be better than dipping them in something. You know what I mean? It depends how it strikes you. Whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength through Kazuma. Can't be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point in a trial. I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park. I forgot to take it off, yeah. Oh, that's cute. Can I examine? Step ladder, step ladder, step ladder. Oh my god, there's nothing about the 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10 game. I can't talk about the step ladder. Fucking, what's the point? What's the point? Well, anyway, let's go downstairs. I don't want to dilly-dally. Sholmes' suit. Sweet. Sholmes' suite. Morning, Bruno. Morning, Susie. Oh, he's playing his fucking violin. I love the idea that all of Sherlock Holmes' stories are wildly exaggerated. His violin playing is not that good. His deductions are kind of off the mark. Iris? What is it, Reno? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes. You noticed that, did you? Harley isn't the best form this morning, it seems. Oh, is he typically good? Whoa. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning to die, perhaps. You look miserable in the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence. That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Meow! Oh my god. This cat is meowing with the whole alphabet. It's Soseki Natsume's cat. It's Wagahai. What does Wagahai means? What does Wagahai mean? What does Wagahai mean? What does Wagahai mean? Wagahai is an archaic formal Japanese first-person pronoun of meaning I or myself, used to convey extreme arrogance, pompousness, or high self-importance. Yeah, that is a cat name. That is a cat name. Good morning, boy. Meow. Meow. Cat flap. No? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Yeah, let's have breakfast. Ugh. It would indeed be a fine day to die. He's so drama. He is a little meow meow as well. Something's missing. He used to have a whole contraption here, right? Seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its melissonant tones would make flowers bloom. But now the muses are unamused with me. The goddess of music, the goddesses of music have thrown me over. For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled emotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Harley? True. Wait, that is so cute. A cat named Wagahai referencing this novel. That's cute. Wagahai wa neko de aru. The crazy thing is, if you just gave me Wagahai wa neko de aru, I would have actually known what it means. I'm fucked up, man. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the thoughts are fickle. The goddesses of the thoughts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man, the next they unmercifully withdraw it. Ah, why is this happening to me? They take the turn I have for the violin from me. What is left, for pity's sake? Cinema is absolute. Damn right. I'm so glad the emote is seeing use. Yeah, isn't he more of a deductivist than a violinist? The missing machine. I don't like to pry, but there used to be a big old crazy contraption. Ah, well done, Miss Susato. Your observational skills do you credit. Well, no, Mr. Sholmes, they pale into insignificance when compared. I would have thought after living with this man for like 3 months, you might have like, you know, stopped. You might have grown out of the fangirling. You mean Holly's great analytoscope? That's a Windy Banks now. No, Windy Banks. The pawnbrokery. Oh. You had to sell it for money? You've pawned that enormous machine of yours? Yeah, some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. A very important machine for your work. Yeah. Should have gladly passed what little income I have to you. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. Why is it at the pawnbroker? Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It would seem neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Okay, well, explain it to me. It's not that it's fully sold. You sell it, they keep it for you for a while, and then you can buy it back at a slightly inflated price, but past a certain amount of time, it goes for sale, right? That's my understanding of pawnbroking. To the people of London, pawnbrokers are akin to banks. To banks. That was a very British of me. On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. Then on Saturdays, they go to recover their earnings using the money they've earned. Ah. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn. should the need arise. So you store your wealth in objects, right? Which is kind of the thing to do, presumably. And then you turn those objects back into wealth by putting them in the pawnbrokers for a bit. And then you turn them back into objects by buying them at the end of the week. And then you go. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks, you see. Pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What did you... I mean, the machine being one such thing? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. What does it matter? Should we... I asked everything we need to. I think so. Present my attorney's badge. I'm an attorney, did you know? He does not care. I'm confronted with the most mundane of problems. My mind finds greater stimulation in the unforgiving monotony of the floor than in your miserable offering. But there's nothing else I can talk to you about. Can I examine and then there she is and then I talk to her? Yep, that's what we're doing. Hello? I can't click? Hello? Okay. Okay, now it seems fixed. Okay, now it worked. Holy shit. I was like, oh no, the game is broken. Nasimit's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. What it be his previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses. Yes, the violin's not sounding good. Aww, that cat is stretched. That cat is long. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. Pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships. Yep, they sure are. Terrible things can happen, such as murder. I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Aww, the little ear flick. Kazuma, you're so fucking dead. I mean, yeah, he is. He is. Cat flap. I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runo. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. Call it the Cat Flap-O-Mat. That's right, it can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. It can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Okay, so that's gonna be something that gets used to break into a vault. Well, yes, maybe, but now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Because they've just been talking about pawning shit off, how it's a very secure vault. Something's gonna be stolen from a vault. And it's gonna have been because Herlock maybe pawned off the Cat Flap-O-Matic or whatever. And someone used it. I don't know, some shit like that. That is Chekhov's Cat Flap-O-Mat. That's all I'm saying. Let's make one for us in the door of our office upstairs. Yeah. Cheeky girl, cheeky girl. Meow. What is he doing? What was that? Oh no, Wagahai's tangled up in your violin. What's he doing to it? What is he doing to it? Or should I care? I shouldn't be surprised. cat is a more accomplished musician than I. Yes, yes. Woe is you. Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, Holly? Oh, the cat's reach. Yeah. Let's do that. Anything else? I guess that we are proper investigating, I suppose. Little tea set. The place where she makes her scripts. This paper already set up in the typewriter. She's about to start. When I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Natsume was most impressed. Yeah, he wants to write one too. Wagahai wa neko de aru, or whatever. That's what I'll be doing too once I'm back in Japan. Little doggy. Hello, doggy. There's all the tea blends. Oh, we can go the other way with it. Violin. Let's look at the violin. This is the violin. Yep. It's a little messed up. It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. Until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I've made. I ask you, is there reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No. There is none. Okay. My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Oh, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal. Has it been swapped? Oh, Susie's right. Tone of the wood is completely different. There was no crack here before. It's a different violin. Did he pawn it off and get a different one in return? Terribly sorry to have to tell you this, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. It's a viola. I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. Okay, Herlock Sholmes, everybody. You're right. You are quite right. This is my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? Uh-huh. I see what must have happened. This is just a simple mix-up. I don't know about simple. Okay, Iris. It's broken again. Oh no. Our pointing, it's broken. What is up with this? What is up with this being broken on this screen? What the fuck? Like I can't even move it sometimes. What the hell? Okay, I have to point at her skirt basically. What did you mean by a mix-up? Well, you see, this violin, sorry, this viola, was at Windybanks until last week. He pawned it off. There's a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. You sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope it would experience personal growth. Last week, I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. It would appear Mr. Windybank mistakenly furnished me with his tawdry fiddle instead. My ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. Oh, fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time. Yeah, extremely secure vault, a bank, trustworthy. Come, Mr. Naruhodo, dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, pressing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? Go to Windybanks. Precisely, Miss Susato, without a moment's delay. Bacon eggs? Holy, yeah, it can wait. To crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect. To press your egg with ever more obtusely. Dang, dude. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later. Eggs and bacon. Heat it up. Eggs and bacon, heat it up. Windybanks. I'm going straight to Windybanks. I'm not stopping at Baker Street. Whoa. Aw, little doggo photo on the table. And Among Us right next to it. Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here I've never laid eyes on before. Go look around. I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. That's probably why you're abroad doing all this lawyering. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. He's ready to fight a guy. Ah, Mr. Holmes, sir. Welcome back. You hear that brazen welcome? We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot. Time to give him what for. Why, I oughta. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes? This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The way he ran over with the gun in his hand was so fucking funny. It had the same vibe as... Hang on. It had the same vibe as... Yeah, it had the same vibe as like that Monster House moment where that guy runs over and then like grabs a thing like, you know, the one I'm talking about, the same sort of awkward 3D. God, that was good. I shall have to take my own life. Yeah, okay, do it. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? He's got his finger full on the trigger. This man is one hiccup away from killing himself on accident. I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes? It was you, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, here it is. Did. When I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there can be no doubt the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. No, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Damn, he really just fully collapsed to the ground. Oh. The fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Sherlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition, now would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. It's laugh or cry, yeah. I don't know if that skull is... the image is cropped weirdly, or if that skull really is just flat on top. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I need to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past. It's a cup. Ooh. And the extreme mound, for example. The unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work. The novels of Sherlock Sholmes or some such. Unpublished? Ah, forgive me. This man wants to die and just wants an excuse, really. Unpublished story. Tell me everything. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest. Entrust this to your care for a while. Just like that. 1 shilling, sir. Nor a farthing more. Ours is something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. A manuscript? Yeah, that is quite... Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. Latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. Can this man stop doing that, please? It's very uncomfortable. Ah, a gentleman for the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. That sable. Sable? 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 Sable. That sable suit. Suppose I could offer you 6pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Ah, but your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. Colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh, interesting. Yeah, about your business. Pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I prize their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. If they don't pay you the money, it goes for sale. Then the items are often for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Since your customers' precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. Wow. He takes it seriously, yeah. Good day to die. Well, a good day to die doesn't mean he's gonna, but I see what you mean. Let us not forget, I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windybank has installed here in his shop. Call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? Oh god. What is wrong with the Red-Handed Recorder, Mr. Windybank? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are 2 just below the ceiling. Yeah, camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. Every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Okay, I have an example I can show you. Does it also stamp the time? Oh. It is a cup. So true. Spoilers. Oh my god, you're banned. You spoiled. It's a cup. Developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. You can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. That's Yep. You see, was summoned to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. As long as they stuck around. Yeah. Indeed, as you say. What if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say that would be a cruel test of fate. I must confess your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. The cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but 2 cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for nigh 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? If you want it, you should pay for it. Damn. Safety and security come at a price. I never know if he's gonna bring out a handkerchief or a gun. This man is like Marvin Grossberg on steroids. Yeah. Your precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, huh? If anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. Yeah. Fear not. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. Good day to you then, Mr. Windybank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. This man is stressing me out. Can explore at last the shop, you say. Yeah, I guess we can. Percy Bar something? What's the little music playing device? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Never seen one so large before. Let's listen a while. It should be playing the Blue Badger theme. It's like the music of angels. This particular specimen is of the larger variety commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There's a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Of course, of course. Such an overwhelming pace. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. You don't know the first thing. What's with the calendar? Also, I thought it was April 16th, not 15th. That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? Oh, today is the 15th. My bad. And that's not for sale, I must point out. Eastern style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. Okay, nice. Tearaway fella. Well, when the agreed storage period is passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see, so I have to keep a close eye on the date. Yeah. That's valid. What's this little thingy? Look at this. Oh? There's a small catch just here, look. We're gonna open it, aren't we? Yep, I guess we are. It's amazing. What are you two doing? Messing around. Pair of little windows to look through. This has a pair of little windows to look through. Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you're looking at is a stereoscope. Is that the one where, like, things spin inside of it and it looks like shit is moving? Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. There's something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Kaleidoscope? No, no, no. I'm not talking about the things that you look like this and like the patterns, you know. Oh, no, no, no. The thing I'm thinking about is a zoetrope, not a stereoscope. My bad. But you know what the zoetrope is, though, right? It's the thing where like there's a bunch of images and they spin really fast, and it looks like a little animation of a thing. Oh, she's gonna try it. Mr. Naruhodo, you must see at once. Oh, fun word. I know. And what's inside there? Girl. Wait, isn't she the juror number 2 of case 1? Of like the first case we did here that had a juror? Looked like, anyway. You cross your eyes. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you reach out and touch it. Am I supposed to cross my eyes and see it? I didn't cross my fucking eyes. I just saw... No, stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. Often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Wow. I will say, we shit on phones a lot, but they did help us out. They did help us out, phones. Because imagine queuing for hours because the most exciting thing you can see in your day is a slightly 3D girl inside of a machine the size of a coffin. Ah, too complicated to explain at present. He doesn't know. Look up close on a phone or small screen. Yeah, but I am playing on a big old monitor, so it doesn't quite translate, sadly. What's going on here? Assortment of things on these shelves. Crockery. Crockery is tableware, right? Isn't it? Footwear, clocks, and watches, almost anything. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. Yeah, when you pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. I forgot the British accent for a second. If not, he is free to display it in a shop for sale at a price of his choosing. You can then come in and buy it. Yeah. Notice little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. It embodies my student spirit. He should. Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair, you know it. The article is very worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more. Who's selling a thing for tuppence? Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? Proper butchers? It's fucking Lestrade. It's the girl Lestrade. She's selling some stolen goods. I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Yep, there she is. I knew, dude. Her character design was too crisp to not be reused. It's the young lady from Mr. McGildett's trial 2 months ago. Gina Lestrade. Cup purse, pickpocket. Little slum rat. Gordon Bennett, you lot. Yeah, us lot. You still have this? I thought this was stolen from Dr. Wilson. Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. What? You remember me then, do you? Yeah, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke. What are you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us? Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel. Sorry, coat, have ya? I have not come to pop my coat. Thank you very much. Unless I'm much mistaken, you would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Mr. Sholmes, indeed. Oh, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Bindybank on your behalf. On the other one, I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business. Go on, I'll make trouble for you. Okay, for sure, for sure. I'll happily remove myself from your presence. He really just left. I'm so sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. Ah, metal disc for that. And you, go on. Leave me alone. Let's pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Yeah, we're just browsing. Whatever. She's a softie. Didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That problem, is it? It's not a problem. Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. I think probably don't even belong there. Probably got on the dive, didn't she? Yeah. Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Your Chevy Chase? That's a thing? You can't use Chevy Chase as a Cockney rhyme for face quite yet, I don't think. In 1901, I don't think you can. I might have been thinking something along those lines. I'm not gonna deny it, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, yeah, a little. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose sometimes. Not this time, alright, I swear. That thing belongs to me. What Mr. Windybanks has to say about it. What exactly is this metal disc? Hundreds of tiny little bumps. It's for that machine we were listening to earlier. It's a music disc used inside a music box. Like that right there. Well, you don't even know what a music box is. Houston Law ain't too savvy, eh? We literally just played one. Small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. Simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. Yeah. What tune is on the disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There's so many different types of music box. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. That's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. He told me you did. He said it was... He who? I thought this belonged to you. Never you mine. Just ain't right, that's all. That disc's worth good money. I know it is. My accent is slipping. My accent is slipping. Have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Yeah. Let's talk about her. Does she come by often? She's been in before, of course. This little tatterdemali. Tatterdemalion pronunciation. There's no pronunciation. Tatterdemalion. Oh, that's straight up. Oh, Tatterdemalion. Tatterdemalion. Tatterdemalion in British. I see. Thank you, Google. She's been in before, of course. This little Tatterdemalion. Wrote some dubious article or that with her every single time, I might add. What are you trying to say? Honest customer, me? I don't know about that. Some dubious about the disc she brought in today. Well, if only it were that simple. She actually brought in was a storage ticket. She's trying to retrieve it. Yeah, that's right. Girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing. Yeah, okay. Article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. She gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article to her. Little scam's wearing it, ma'am. Overcoat. Oh. Well, what's wrong with that? Fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. Fair. What about the disc? Disc is something else. New article to pawn. The girl and I can agree to a price. Could we try to play it in that machine, or? Really quite simple. She retrieves one item, and then she gets the other one in. That's not complicated, man. This heavy black coat, which you return to her. That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, he went rifling through her pockets. What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Yeah, the disc came from the pockets of the coat, which is why it's pretty suspect. For quite a high price, yeah. Give it up? I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Me. Me old man. It's me old man's, in it. Okay. Okay. Out of my way, please, says who? Oh. Picture postcard. English gentleman. That'll be Moriarty, I imagine. Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Wow. Look, ain't it obvious? I don't talking with him yet. Think you're such a jet, you should know how to wait in line. Exactly. Holy crap, my alarm is so loud. I'm so sorry. You are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Who are you? How'd you know who I am? Question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. Not from you. Broker? I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. But it's the jacket she is wearing. He would know if that was it. Oh, that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless. Okay. He does know it's the overcoat. Maybe it is true. Needless to say. Any music box discs, too. You can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Is her dad dead? It is a very awkward situation. Both sides of the story. What do you think? Saw lies in it, obviously. Story of my life. I never laid eyes on that dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? I take it you brought in here just now. But she brought the money for it too. I swear it. I swear to God. I swear to God. It's barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business. This little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by these back slum scoundrels. Damn. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. There's a lot more JoJo posing in this saga, in the Chronicles, than in other games. Coming along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. You're gonna cause trouble, so I have no choice but to call the police. Hold on, why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove. You think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's gonna believe you. Maybe I'm gonna believe you. What about evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence I've stolen something, huh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. Okay. Let's see evidence. The ledger. Look up the name of the person who deposited the article. Okay. But first of all, he should tell us his name. Because then what's stopping him from saying, yes, that is my name? I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. I never ask customers' names. That's strict policy of mine. Why not? Well, now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. You give them a ticket. Oh, it's quite simple. Good, sir. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's... Professor. Yes, that's right. That's all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. Huh, so there's a little word associated. Well, girl, about these watchwords. Never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Then customers would like to keep their activities secret. His ass is just over there, yeah. No dark secrets, none at all. Maybe some or 3. That's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. Date of deposit, description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. I give the storage ticket to the customer. If someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid, which means she gave you the watchword too. The article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. The watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But ow. Really, this is beyond a joke now. There's no further room for doubt. Should I examine and then talk to him? Who are you? I would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Clearly, you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. We're from the Empire of Japan. Ah yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Whoa! Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. I'm Ryonosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer or a student of law. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Uh-huh. Enchanté. He came up with that name just now. Dude, the moves on him. My overcoat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. But I can't stop watching him. Why you quoting songs now? Okay. Oh, she did give it back? Let that be an end to the matter. Thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I ate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. Contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. Of course, sir. Here's the disc for you. Just this one? I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. I thought he was going to pull out the gun and kill himself. What was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. Dr. Ling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I know nothing about it. Exactly. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute, that disc is mine. Drawn blood, you filthy animal. There's blood on the disc. Found it first, alright. I mean, it belonged to me, old man. You're not having it? Or you take it. Huh? If I hang on to it, they'll have it on me again. You keep hold of it. It really matters to her. The black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. Okay, okay. It's back to not working. What happens if I just leave? Look at this. I'm literally clicking and dragging. Watching diligently over his shop. Many things I'm curious about. Okay. The great thing we need among all the articles here in the shop. Yeah, I know. I thought I was pointing at it. This fucking thing, no? To calm the situation down. Horlock Sholmes? Okay, this is broken today. Mr. Sholmes? What are you examining with such keen interest? Do you enjoy a bar of caramel? Is he back to depresso mode? You found me at last. You found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. Feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, knowing on the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. pray do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Yeah. Yes, I have heard much of your conversation. Rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. Are we gonna do a deduction spectacular? It would seem my inferences are correct. You've solved the entire case. My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized, how much could I pawn it for? Yeah, listen to the deduction. Deduction spectacular. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? You sent me away. Now, lady's in trouble. A true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away. The way he collapses is so funny. He flaps around like one of those inflatable guys in front of a car shop. He goes like... Who, pray tell, are you? Only the greatest, Mr. Eggert Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. Two conclusions, that's a deduction down spectacular. True reason for your visit to this pawnbroker today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation. One you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? Yep. Once again. Who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. Shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular. Let's go, baby. Mystery Man's aim. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. Real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place, the staff recruitment flyer. His other hand, bro. Piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Even the most unobservant would soon realize a man of your appearance has no need for such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. The initials on it. I've had this cane for years. Contradiction of which I speak of is, of course, the missing ferrule. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? In your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. My suspicions were aroused. That walking cane demands such a stout handle. Mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod... the broken handle of a shovel. You insane? I determined this undeniable truth. The conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. I don't know about all that. Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. But we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. Sent to excavate the ground. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. What possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. And your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this. Covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council note on the counter. No. The gun, though? Gun's a little scary. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. According to the enclosed plan for the upcoming sewage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway. Flows in the very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. That is a thing that is actually in a Sherlock Holmes case, I'm pretty sure. In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. The final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Vault of the bank. Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the great exhibition will soon be underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserves fund for the great exhibition. Yeah, they do take so long, man. And we have to do them twice. I was told that they are not so long in the second game, and I hope that is the case, because this is definitely the worst part of them. They are shorter, okay. Yeah, time to fix it. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. You probably mentioned it, then yeah. Ah. But it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict know about it? Because the man is a criminal. That... yeah. Buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does, now that you've revealed the secret. Maybe Mr. Windybank will. Yeah. All my life, I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. Okay, man. Let's go and fix it. See if we can fix it. Okay. I'm gonna speed through. I'm gonna speed through this. Bam. Not what is in this hand. But, okay, presumably what is in his other hand, right? Okay, maybe not. I cannot see his other hand. So actually, not the staff recruitment flyer. Was he here to pawn the cane? It's not the coat. Not the stylish hat. I'm gonna go ahead and say cane.
Take that!
Not the cane. Oopsie. Oh, I need to analyze things. I always get too cocky. It's the picture frame. It's the picture frame. It's the picture frame all over again. I did it to myself. I need to analyze shit first. And she's destitute. Something in this pawn shop he was looking for. Look at the beautifully polished brass on the handle. That's just guesswork, okay? Whiter than white, only an English gentleman could hope to carry off something so bright, yeah. Latest London fashion. There's that. The coat is not even an option. Oh. Scribbled writing. Look at all that scribbled notes on the back of the flyer. Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, Bruce Satchel ragged. Details of the shop. Windy Banks Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, April 15th. It has all of that written down. Info about Miss Lestrade. There we go. We found the thing. No, I didn't want to... I wanted to present it, but the present button wasn't there. Why was the present button not there? Hello? Why is the present button not showing up? What the fuck? There we go. Is it just me, or is the game suddenly breaking like crazy in this case? What's happening? To the shop. This first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery here. You originally told us you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. That, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer led you here today, by which I mean here to Windybank's pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. You have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. There's some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane is incontrovertible contradiction. I've had this cane for years. It doesn't have your initials on it. A metal cap, yeah, but it's like an egglet for a frickin', yeah. It's for an egg. It's like an egglet for a thing. Secret about the cane. Yeah, dude. The initials.
Take that!
Contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. Most of pseudo-observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? You're wrong. This cane isn't done before. You've had that cane for years. Don't try to tell us you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Your reaction betrays the truth. Not the handle. Now a mysterious man has appeared. Fake name, claiming the overcoat belongs to him. Everything he's told us is untrue. Somehow prove the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Well, something just ripped, didn't it? Yep, there it is. It's not really fitted to you.
Take that!
The split seam, which you would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalog of untruths has been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windyback. There we go. What really irks me is this. Considerable crime, initially imagined, has been considerably curtailed. Exactly. So what is the great crime? Because that cannot be it anymore, because he could not be digging a hole, because that is not a shovel. Though it is a bit of a weird cane. Is it a sword cane? We must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. Suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage, and redeem the article in the proper manner using the watchword. Stop doing those movements. That coat's gonna rip apart. It's gonna be threadbare by the time you're done with it. Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details, n'est-ce pas? The watchword can be discovered, as you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Further glance is more telling than I could have hoped. Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. Not here, the big book. The big book with all this stuff in it. Or maybe the scribbled notebook. Yeah, it sounded rather exciting, but that's not what it is. Looking at it another way, if you did know the word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article, whether it was yours or not. What's in the notelet? Mr. Sato? Memo Mr. Windybank has scribbled. Professor. Yeah, right before their eyes, in an alarmingly clear script. So the notelet right there is what we're talking about. Method is revealed by the notelet on the counter. Exactly. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered in a notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. His diligence clearly has its disadvantages. It is increasingly apparent you were present in the shop before the accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windybank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is common practice, he observed him writing the word professor in the note beside the ledger. And that's, what's the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade? There we go. One final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Evidence presented. It's gonna be the music disc. You had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. Not the picture postcard, no. Different evidence. It's the music disc. I mean, we only have one piece of evidence, so if it's not this, we're soft locked. What? Do I need to analyze it first? Hang on, I need to analyze it first. I haven't checked it. Blood. Oh. Or McGilded. Yeah, somebody's name. Or McGilded. It is. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live. There we go. Now we can present. I'm always too fucking trigger happy with these. I'm always too trigger happy. That's my B. Present evidence. Yeah. For McGilded.
Take that!
This music box disc tells us all we need to know. It reads for McGilded. Mr. Magnus McGilded. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. Is he Moriarty? Wait, did he not die? And is Lestrade helping him out while he's sort of hiding away somewhere? That's my current theory. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat you've squeezed yourself into. True identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. And the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Yep. Indeed. Another puzzle solved. A name I expected to hear in these circumstances. I'm afraid there's something very troubling. According to what Mr. Windybank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed. So starting tomorrow, it would be for sale. Would have been 15th February, sir. Which he was already dead. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. 15th February is precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. Oh, never mind. Was it February 20th then that we moved into Holmes's place? I thought it was January for some reason. 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Oh, I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. Absolutely the fuck not. Never give up, never surrender. Then again... Oh, he's got one too. This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, don't point it at you. Point it at him, dude. Alright, that's enough. There we go. Inspector Gregson. That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. Oh my god, Luigi. So true, wait. We got here as fast as we could. Now what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life and my very own establishment. This man is fully frozen, pointing the gun at me. It would seem you have the upper hand. Forget the upper hand. Arrest this man. Take the coat off of him. Thank you. Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. Don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Very nearly met with his end. So did I. By his own gun, as far as I can tell. The whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter. It's nothing to do with you lot. Okay. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. Get after him, lads. Whistle the beat officer, too. Everyone, on it. There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. We've fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in Mourning. Oh, because I'm always wearing black. I'll be taking that whatever it is of McGilded's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is. Mine. Sorry, miss, but anything belonging to Mr. McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now. Everything belonging to Mr. McGilded? So whatever the case is that Britain hangs on the balance of involves McGilded? Yeah, nothing doing. Nothing doing, girl. And so we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson and were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. What an exciting morning that was. And to be continued hits us at a serendipitous point, because I was thinking after the deduction spectacular I was going to end the stream anyway. So we're going to head, we're going to save our progress, and we're going to call it here for today. Pick it up at this very nice stopping point tomorrow. Same time, mayhaps a little early, mayhaps a little late, but around 6 p.m. Pacific. So drop a follow if you want to see more of that. I'm going to upload this to YouTube as soon as I can. Stick around because we're going to be rating out to... Let's see who we're rating out to. Let's see who we're rating out to. Don't you fucking move a muscle. Alright, we're rating out to Villainous Sin. Streaming the Tartarus Key yet again. I'm not exactly sure what the Tartarus Key is. Every time I look on their stream, it is some other variation of wild. Right now, there's like an old computer screen on it. There's a bunch of code, it seems like. I don't know. It seems like a puzzle PS1 graphics game. So if that's what you're into, stick around, see what's going on. Any case, I've been Gallium GG, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.